What's up? Lost my coffee for a second. So, yeah, I know I'm supposed to wait for just hearing some. Oh, okay. So yeah, I know I'm just gonna get into this. So last week, my name is Paul Newell. I am fitness and health and well-being guide for men, black men specifically, and I'm also owner of a company, Juice Dreams and J, fresh pressed organic juices. And this month, the theme in both of those realms for me is health and well-being in the body. And last week, I went over the body. Actually, the whole intention of this thing is to go into the three different aspects in which you can view your body. Blessings to everybody that's watching right now. Put in a hello, comment, what have you. If last week, John, what's up, man? Jam, yeah, buddy. I think you'll appreciate this too. If last week, if you had a chance to watch that video, we talked about how you view your body as an instrument. So looking at the challenging questions of, how are you taking care of your body? How do you measure where your body is in a moment, in a time before you go into some sort of activity? Like checking your meters, checking your dials. How do you check your dials? How are you using your body as an instrument? How is that? How are you checking in with yourself? How are you taking care of yourself? How are you sharpening and doing better for your instrument? So that was last week. You could take a look. This week, I'm tapping into how are you viewing your body as an inheritance? How do you use your body as an inheritance in regards to how you're taking care of yourself now? In my years of training and working with people and coaching and doing facilitation work, what I found is that a lot of times people's health and well-being can be tied to their belief system, can be tied to like something that they've been conditioned to. So one of the reasons that in my body component and this month for Juice Dreams, because like with the cold pressed juice, it's about activating the body, it's about taking care of the body. I'm a trainer at Lifetime, and I'm doing a body mastermind for men. And that's about teaching men on different ways to view the body. So this week I have some questions, and actually since I'm on this StreamYard, I'm playing with this thing because this thing is kind of fresh. I'm gonna share some slides. So first off, couple things. What the heck is inheritance mean? Well, inheritance is the practice of passing on private property, titles, debts, entitlements, privileges, rights, obligations under the death of an individual. Now, when I first watched this, I saw this, I was like, okay, you know what? All right, I get it, but let's get to the root, right? So when I went to the root, I looked at what the root of this word is: inherit. So inherit is to receive from an ancestor as a right or title, descendable by law at the ancestor's death, or to receive as a devise, which a devise is like a plan or a legacy. So why do I bring this up? And this is where I'm about to get nifty with these slides. Watch this. Hold up. Watch. Oh, John. Look, I'm about to wow myself. Look at this. Ping. Look at this. Oh, man. So how am I looking at this as an inheritance? What is an inheritance? Now, this is a program. This is based on a program I did a couple years ago, right? And when I did this in a men's mastermind. So this was about looking at, for example, for me, my physical body. I have skinnier legs like my mom. I inherited that from her. That's my story, right? My shoulders, my forearms, my hands. I got those. Even my mom would always say, "You have hands like your father's. They're so pretty." All right, so like that's something I inherited, right? That's a physical characteristic. The other thing is like to receive or be left with. When I was going to my doctor and get my checkups, they always had the family history. Maybe it's the same for you. They ask, "What have your family had? Cancer, heart disease, any of these things?" For my family, it was heart disease. Also, my brother had cancer, so that's something that I have to be aware of and get my colonoscopies and do things of that nature. So that's something that I've inherited. Now, coming to the into possession of belongings. Now, this is the interesting part, right? Because when we look at this, the piece of this, and I'm going to stop sharing this for now. The piece of this is that's fascinating is that we can inherit the belief of how to take care of our body. What do you mean, Paul? Glad you asked. So what I'm talking about here is if I'll use myself as an example. I never saw my mom go work out. Okay, I never saw her go work out. I saw her go to work, then come home, go to work again, and then maybe sleep with like her hand like this because she was stressed and worried. I never saw her go take a walk. I never saw her go to the gym. I never saw her take a freaking Zumba class. I never saw any of that shit. My dad, never saw him. I know he was a construction worker. He was a male person. He did a lot of he walked around a lot. He sat a lot because he owned a cab service. So he drove around a lot. But I never saw my dad go do a 5K. I never saw my dad do freaking lift weights. I saw my dad drink to relieve stress. I saw him abuse his body to relieve stress. So these are things that I've inherited. So the reason why I bring this up is because when we're looking at our bodies, right, and this is for lasting change, not some like 30-day or like some flash in the pan shit. This is for the life, because this is far beyond diet. This is about how you live. This is your lifestyle. So if you're making health and well-being a part of your lifestyle, look at the thoughts and experiences that you've inherited about how to take care of your body. Because if you find yourself going on these yo-yos like, hey, I do well, and then I do bad. I'm finding when I'm working with people and coaching people, it's about teaching them what are the ways they can overcome those conditions that have been inherited, right? Like, and be able to not like, hey, this is bad, but be more observant of it, right? Rather than saying, oh, this is horrible. Okay, no, it is, right? It is. So this is a key piece, as you address this, right? These are some of the questions that I'm gonna have you ask yourself, and I'm about to share the screen again. Oh, listen, this is fun. This is fun right here. All right, so listen, when you as far as questions, here's some questions to ask yourself, right? What have you inherited in or on your body from those that have come before you? So this is more like a observation piece. Like, do you have your father's or your mom's eyes, nose, cheeks, hands, shoulders, strength, resiliency, patience, anger? Like, what are the things that you've inherited in your body? Well, I think the anger stuff is more of an emotion, but let's say like you know, again, hands, feet. Uh, is it heart disease? Is it, what is it for you? I don't know. Like, hey, Peloton instructors talk about this. Mary, what's going on? Morning. I'm just putting this thing up here. I'm going to show this. Hold on one second. Peloton instructors talk about this being given the gift of waking up, breathing, and how we're so busy rushing around each day that we neglect. Yeah. Thank you for that comment, and bless up to the Peloton instructors who have been who have been speaking this, because I know Peloton's getting big, and the more this message gets out, the better it is for our collective well-being. Bless up, and thank you for sharing that. And it is about being present. That's why I challenge people with these questions, and I challenge myself with the questions too. I want you to be free of thinking like I'm just putting this on you. This is for me too. Because when we can start to become aware of our body and like what we're doing to our bodies, how we treat our bodies, I think then all of a sudden things will begin to shift and change for us for the long haul. So when we're looking at this, like, what have you inherited? We talk about this. Now, also looking at what are the beliefs you've inherited about body care. Again, looking at the people that are of influence in your life, right? Like, it could be parents, it could be siblings. I know for me, my brothers are athletes, right? So I know that they ran a lot. Not a huge runner, but my youngest brother, Wayne, I know he lifted a lot of weights and he did yoga. So it was like, seeing, I'm like, oh, okay, what you doing, man? What are you doing? So like, and wanting to be like my brothers, I know I inherited that. Now, another thing to be aware of is if you are into something that you love, like, now I'm getting more back into the weight training and stuff like that. So I'm digging that. And I love that because I saw guys like Lee Haney, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I saw like all these guys that like I love how they train their bodies. I inherited a belief about the body from them. So that was able to help me overcome a lot of a lot of the other conditions about how I saw the people in my sphere treating their bodies. So something really to think about, and I want you to be aware of this. Pay attention to this, because why I even put this out here is because I really support people in getting to their version of health and well-being, right? Because like now there's a template for everything. And the thing I want people to really realize is that you are your own template. And the thing to help you realize that is for you to ask these questions about what's really going on all up in here. Challenge yourself to ask these questions because it's important. So at this week, again, some of the questions: what are the things that you've inherited in or on your body from those that have come before you, your ancestors, your mom, your pop? And also, what are the beliefs that you've inherited? Start to look at those things, because as you start to write these down, you may be like, oh, John, some things may come to light for you. So if you're having challenges doing this thing, DM me. Let's run through it, man. We could go through it. And if you want a way to take care of yourself, okay, with some goodness, go check out Juice Dreams NJ. Especially in New Jersey, cold pressed juice. We're doing personal juice service now. So what the heck does that mean, Paul? I'm glad you asked. If you would like to do juices every day, yet you haven't found the resource, whether it's the person, the price, or what have you, contact me. We'll work something out, because it's about you and your health and well-being. Because the healthier you are, the more you show up in the world, the more shit shifts. So I'm in. All right. So Juice Dreams NJ. And also, if you're on Instagram, guess what? You can follow me there too. I'm at New Wellness Guide. Peace. I appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in. If this resonates, if you're like, yo, this guy Paul, he knows this is interesting. Share, please share. All right, like, comment, put what comes up for you, how you answer these questions. All right, I'm out. Peace. Thank you for watching. Later.